It is day 40 of the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. The Senate holding a weekend session in the hopes of finding an end, and they may be inching toward a resolution as we speak. But in the meantime, the shutdown is putting a strain, as you know, on air travel and families who rely on food stamp benefits. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Phil Lipoff.
And I'm Kim Christensen. The Trump administration is now ordering states to stop issuing full SNAP benefits for November and undo any payments that have already been distributed. This comes after a Friday night Supreme Court ruling that paused an order requiring the federal government to fully fund the program. Some states already started processing payments before that ruling came down. In Colorado, the state sent full payments to 32,000 people. The Agriculture Department is now telling states to reverse those payments, and states that don't comply could lose federal assistance for SNAP. Today, Democratic Governor Jared Polis said the state has not reversed any payments since they were allowed at the time. Polis said the state is now working to send partial payments to the remaining recipients in our state. In total, about 600,000 Coloradans rely on SNAP.
Jefferson County leaders have declared an emergency over the delay in SNAP benefits. Jeffco Board of Commissioners says about 38,000 people in the county rely on SNAP. 13,000 of them are children. The county is planning to send more money to food banks this week. It has already distributed $250,000, and county commissioners are also calling on Governor Polis to declare a statewide emergency. That would free up emergency funds for the state to help feed people. Another way to help feed Coloradans right now is to donate to our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive. We are teaming up with King Soopers, local food banks, to raise money for Coloradans facing hunger. You can scan that QR code on the right side of your screen to get to our donation page. You can also donate when you're checking out at King Soopers.
The shutdown is taking a toll on air travel, and the impacts could be felt during the busy Thanksgiving travel season. More than 1,500 flights have been canceled so far today. That brings the total of cancellations to nearly 3,000 this weekend. It comes after the FAA ordered airlines to cut back on flights at 40 of the nation's busiest airports. That includes DIA, which hasn't seen major impacts this weekend. FlightAware shows there's been 71 cancellations and nearly 400 delays in Denver. Most of the canceled flights are domestic, often connections to smaller cities. The FAA says that order is to improve safety and relieve pressure on air traffic controllers. They have been working without pay since the shutdown started. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is warning that people may not be able to spend Thanksgiving with their families.
You're going to see air travel be reduced to a trickle. We have a number of people who want to get home for the holidays. They want to see their family. They want to celebrate this great American holiday. Listen, many of them are not going to be able to get on an airplane because there are not going to be that many flights that fly if this thing doesn't open back up.
The reduction started on Friday at 4% and will increase to 10% by next weekend. We'll have more on the travel troubles coming up at 5:30.
Right now, moving on to the forecast, Colorado seeing some of the coldest temperatures of the season this weekend, but even that wasn't terrible. Temperatures plunging into the 40s today, all before a significant warm-up to start the week.
Hi, guys. So like one cold day today and then we're going back up again?
That's exactly right. That weather roller coaster, it just continues in this long, dry, warm fall that we've been enjoying. There's a dominant ridge of high pressure that's really keeping us from seeing any meaningful precipitation or an actual winter type storm. But that may be changing here coming up in the next week or two. Outside, we have fair skies and light winds. It was cold this morning. Cold Arctic air sliding just east of Colorado did bring temperatures down into the teens and 20s this morning, but we have since rebounded back to the mid 40s. And I think without the wind today, it just felt really pretty good outside. And yeah, you needed a light sweater if you were out and about, but travel I-25, I-70, no issues. Temperatures are still in the 40s this hour. Typically, we're in the mid 50s. Calm winds at the surface, a little gusty over elevated terrain. A few clouds coming in on that northwest flow a lot, but this is the leading edge of another western high pressure ridge that will allow in a few high clouds, and that is really going to be about it. And so if today wasn't your favorite temperature wise, well, you're going to love your Monday. We're going to watch the numbers slide into the 30s overnight and then rebound into the 70s tomorrow. That's right. Dry and warm, above average for the start of the week. We'll be talking about elevated fire danger again. But we're tracking something for next weekend that looks interesting. Details on the timing and impact of that coming up.
A teenager is accused of driving drunk last weekend when he rolled the car he was in, killing a 20-year-old man inside.
9 News reporter Janelle Finch joins us now. And Janelle, you spoke with a woman who says she is that man's mom.
Cindy Rodriguez says the last memory she has of her son is him walking out of her house the morning before the crash. After police told her that her son is gone, all she wants is to see him walk back in, but instead she's coming to terms knowing that won't happen. A car shouldn't have crashed near East Alameda Parkway and South Chambers Road on November 1st, because Aurora police say 19-year-old Edwin Rosales Sandoval shouldn't have been behind the wheel. APD says his license was previously revoked and he had been drinking. Cindy Rodriguez.
Darlene era una persona que
shouldn't be talking about her son in past tense.
no tenía maldad.
Cindy claims her 20-year-old son, Darlene Xavier, died in the crash. She says she's still processing life without him.
Ayer en la mañana justamente estaba recordando un día como hoy, hace una semana, estaban diciéndome mi hijo está muerto y ya pasó una semana y está pasando tan rápido.
Cindy says she was a mother and father to Darlene Xavier. She says when he got old enough, he helped raise his 3 younger siblings. Her next oldest is 9.
Mi hija dice, mamá, ya no tengo hermano mayor. Ahora yo soy la hermana mayor.
Cindy says she doesn't know the teen who was driving that night. She says she shouldn't have to know his name, and especially not for this reason.
Solo puedo decirle que Dios lo perdone, porque yo por ahora no puedo.
Because she knows Darlene Xavier should be here, more than just in spirit.
No va a volver a casa. Va a vivir aquí por mí y aquí, pero no va a volver.
According to court documents, Rosales Sandoval had been drinking from 2 p.m. up until midnight when the crash happened. He was convicted on a DUI last year, which led to his license getting revoked. Last weekend, police believe he was drunk and may have been street racing at the time of the crash. Janelle Finch, 9 News.
It's awful, all around an awful story, Janelle. Thank you. Southbound ramp to I-225 is back open after a deadly crash this morning. The crash happened early this morning on the southbound ramp from I-225 to I-25. Police say 2 people died in that single car crash. No word yet about what led to it. Police have not released the victims' identities.
2 people and a dog were killed after a home caught fire in North Denver this morning. That fire happened at a home on Bronco Road, right by Highway 36. That's northwest of the intersection of I-25 and 36. Adams County Fire Rescue says when crews arrived, the back of the home was fully engulfed. Fire officials say it spread inside the home and attic. Adams County is investigating the cause.